Hey everybody, this is Tim from the Liquid Courage podcast. Just wanted to give you guys a good shout out here. Thank you guys for everything, for listening to us all the way through season 1. This is the start of season 2. And, we also want to tell you guys to all be safe out there and make sure you're keeping clean and not getting sick. This episode was recorded before stuff really started happening in the United States. Is before the stay-at-home order was issued here in Kansas, as well as many other states. So the future at this point was very uncertain. So this is a nice little rebreather, look into the past. But yeah. Also, another thing I want to talk about is that we will be putting a lot of these episodes towards the end of the month now. It's just more convenient for us, and easier for us to get a recording time together with all three of us. Yeah. So, thank you guys for listening, and here's the episode. This is the Liquid Courage Podcast, a in-depth look at every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. On this episode, we check out The Magic Tree of Nowhere and Robot Randy. Featuring Taylor, Tim, and Sheldon. Now here are your hosts.
Hello everyone, welcome to our special quarantined episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah,
nope,
quarantine.
That's not the name of our podcast. Liquid Courage.
Everybody got your hazmat suits and your toilet paper?
I had to boil this rum before I started drinking it.
Make sure you get alcohol that is 120 proof, so it's at least 60% alcohol for you to consume. If you take rubbing alcohol and pour it through rye Brett, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Don't do
that. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Taylor.
Anyway, welcome everybody. It is the Liquid Courage podcast where we dive deep in your favorite episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog with our in-depth analysis and critique of quality episodes.
Which is all of it, pretty much.
All of it, which mentioned at the top of the episode. It is not really our quarantine episode. That's coming. Just be excited that if we do get quarantined, you're going to have a lot more of these.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be nothing else to do.
I'm just going to be drinking constantly. I don't know what else to do.
No, nothing.
As we look at the outside, slowly get drearier and drearier.
Cold. Yeah, now
I will put out 10 Let's Plays a week if that's the case.
Fucking A. Anyway, as always, I'm Taylor, and I'm joined with my two best buds and co-hosts, Tim.
Hello.
And Sheldon.
The better bud, just to be clear.
Oh, God.
Well, speaking of buds, we can talk about some buds. To begin with, some nice flower buds.
Yeah.
With our first kind of run. Hey, welcome everybody. Also, season 2.
Season 2,
Woo!
yeah. Congratulations,
we're here.
boys.
We're going to start off high. Welcome with the Magic Tree of Nowhere.
What?
No?
I love this
episode. Look at this episode and you tell me there wasn't drugs involved.
Yes, but we're not.
No one's saying that. That's why it was quiet. No one could say that with any honesty.
So we're here. We made it to season 2. We're happy, those of you that came with us.
The champagne.
The 3 consistent listeners, thanks.
We need to get
300 plays.
Yeah,
300 plays. Don't sell yourself short.
You 3 people that are consistently listening, thanks for showing it to your friends 100 times each. That's how math works.
You mean the world to us.
Yes, we love you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And hope you're not quarantined. So yeah, to date the episode, the world's going to shit. Wash your fucking hands.
Don't touch your face.
Buy toilet paper.
Don't touch your face. Buy toilet paper when you can. Don't buy 200 rolls though, because it's 2 weeks.
I have a good story to tell you. I was at Walmart yesterday, and this lady was in the aisle, and her and a guy were trying to grab as much hand sanitizer as possible. And she looked at the dude. She's older. She's like, you can make your own hand sanitizer. And the dude turns to her and goes, yeah, you can just use rubbing alcohol and bleach. That'll make it right. I believe that makes mustard gas, if I'm not mistaken.
It's bad, but I don't know if it's mustard gas. But yeah, don't do that.
Well, you can make your own hand sanitizer. Yeah, also, if you're that dude, I don't think you're the one that listens. But if you're that dude
I can tell you.
who I see the stories about that bought like
500
tons of hand sanitizer and is now sad because he can't sell it on Amazon at a higher price because Amazon is stopping price gougers, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
live with
you're
your
real
hand
shitty.
sanitizer.
Fuck you.
I understand selling at the same price or maybe just a little bit of a markup, but there are some people selling it for like $80.
There's
like,
a story.
fuck you.
There's a story that's floating around. It's on national news. It's on our local news too. That was talking about a guy that did that, and like he's in like Tennessee, I think, and
Of course,
the way the headline is written is like super sympathetic, like. He bought all this hand sanitizer and now he can't sell it. And I go, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, that's not a good thing, man. Come on.
So fuck you. If you're that person, don't listen anymore. If you're one of the three that did that, go
you're
fuck
the only
yourself.
10 I see.
Don't listen to my fucking cool show. So
that dude is our
there's that.
biggest fan.
He can
The man.
rot.
As we talk about miracle cures
Hi.
for mysterious diseases, the magic
shit,
tree
right?
of nowhere.
Holy fuck. Like,
Yeah, this is a good episode to watch this month.
I'm
Things kind of
spiraling.
line up pretty well.
Before we watch it, Netflix has the Explained series. Go fucking watch the Explained series on pandemics and just be amazed at how fucking on that shit is. And it was created in 2019 before any of this came off. Anyway, I'm cranky is what it is.
Taylor
And-
gets cranky a lot if you haven't figured that out yet.
Holy
Kinda-
shit, the state of our world.
It's kind of a theme of our show.
Man, it's so weird because all of us are affected by it. That's
Fucking
what's so weird
Christ.
about
Yeah,
it.
hey, we're all here now.
And the editor, Taylor's the angry one, and I'm here, everybody. I'm just here.
Sheldon shows up like, hi, let's all be okay, and I'm just throwing things in the corner.
As I am at work, just constantly chain smoking cigarettes, trying
Just
to,
like, God damn it, did they have to say this?
as they send me to Pennsylvania.
You're fucked. You went through airports.
I went through Chicago. I dead sprinted to make my flight in Chicago,
Held his
and I
breath
made
the
it by
entire
1
way.
minute.
He didn't want to be there.
All
And the
right.
guy next to me was sneezing and coughing the whole fucking time. It was horrible.
Poor guy. He's got.
Yeah, that dude was
Anyway,
fucking sick.
Let's talk about a fun show. That's what we're supposed to do. Fucking
Hey,
A.
man.
So welcome to season 2. We did it. And we might be here for season 3. But
Maybe.
we might not be here for the next episode. Who knows? Either way,
I will record this on my deathbed, damn it.
we started season 2 with a fucking bang, and I forgot how weird season 2 opens. And it honestly, I've seen the second one of this. I don't ever recall seeing the first one, which is the Magic Tree of
Oh,
Nowhere.
you never saw?
Robot Randy. You
Yes.
just see the magic tree.
I remember the Magic Tree just because of the use of live action as well.
That face gave me nightmares.
Oh yeah. See, the face I remember. I don't remember I don't remember anything else. And
yeah.
so
I
here we
remember
are.
Eustace being a dick.
Where did
We
the
watched.
tree come from?
Well, we're gonna talk about that.
Kinda been.
Sheldon's,
Sure, yeah.
Sheldon's a little farther than we are, but the Magic
I'll
Tree
get there.
of Nowhere is the first episode on the docket, and it is directed and written by John Dilworth. No Bowers, no Coens listed for the credits that we have here.
You could almost tell just by watching the episode that it's a Dilworth episode.
Yeah, right. Like wowzers! You can so tell that this was a Dilworth original. Yeah, fucking grip and rip it, bud.
Oh, somebody wouldn't hear it. Fuck.
Yeah.
I did it so far away from the mic.
God damn it.
It's a can of Coke, so I can pour rum into it.
I have a night. I heard it, and no, fuck you. You're getting called.
Damn it.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's a fucking trip. So it's
farming
off-
houses.
well, yeah. But first off, before we get into it, did you read the Monkey's Paw short story?
I've seen it done a million times.
I saw the Tales from the Dark Side, Monkey's Paw short story.
Okay.
I've seen the Billy and Mandy. I've seen the Simpsons one.
Yeah. So this is the thing that we're going to talk about has happened before, numerous times. But I believe I had to read the Monkey's Paw in probably I think it was junior year of high school.
All your guys' schools were better than mine.
Yeah.
Well, that short story fucked me up. There's something about the idea of you get this wishing thing, but also it just is it fucks you in the end. Just messed with me. Like the whole Zambi thing. It's very fun. So those of you that are familiar with the Monkey's Paw, you're gonna kind of know the basic plot of the Magic Tree of Nowhere, and that is really, I mean, you could really run the synopsis in with that, or even like the Giving Tree, which I never read because I don't care.
I read the Giving Tree. I believe.
You don't like that the tree gives? You don't.
You hate generosity, Taylor?
And his brother, the Raping Tree.
No, there's no raping tree.
No, if you read it differently, he's the rapper tree, the rapping tree.
Anyway, so we start with this episode, and we get like back in the day when shit had to be shipped to you and not through just Amazon, other
And
companies
drones.
had to ship it to you, and so like you would get packages from like Best Buy and Circuit City and
Depot.
Home
Where?
Depot.
Circuit City. That doesn't
and
exist
I know.
anymore.
And like they would have to ship it to you if you ordered it out of a catalog,
Man,
like the Wish
Sears.
book.
Sears, yeah. Sears doesn't exist anymore really either.
Yeah,
Just in
and
small doses.
so a company delivers a set of curtains to Muriel. That company is Farm and House.
Farm and House.
Hey,
when you need
straightforward.
a catalog for your episode, Farm and House is there for you.
Farm and House.
Farm and House.
And with it, they send a complimentary packet of seeds. Because I want to know, if you order something for the farm, do you then get something for your house?
Complimentary house.
Like,
So have you
complimentary
never
curtains?
gotten anything as a complimentary thing in the mail? Because I used to
No.
buy off of eBay, and I've gotten tea from
Drugs.
Japan.
Complimentary,
You call it tea. You're not supposed to call it drugs.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's over there.
I don't buy shit. I've never bought a thing from eBay.
Yeah.
I have, and
I haven't either.
it was a camera lens, and it didn't fit on my camera, even though the dude was like, it totally works on that camera. Like, you bastard.
This is the best aside story we've ever had.
I'm still salty about it. It was 4 years ago.
I bought The Meaning of Life, and it just said happiness. So.
Sheldon threw it out a window.
$3,000 down the drain.
So Muriel gives Eustace these seeds, and Eustace goes, "Nothing has grown on this farm for 50 years," and throws them out the window, where Courage is playing in the sand, making a sand Notre Dame. Then it collapses like the real Notre Dame.
Yeah. It's more of a foreshadowing. He's more of a prophet.
And then Courage plants the seeds. Rain comes out of nowhere. And then a fucking tree just grows. It's Jack of the Beanstalk-esque, and it grows. And at that moment, I literally thought it was a Jack and the Beanstalk episode.
Nope.
Yeah. Because I go, oh, this is a fucking Jack and the... I got you.
So he's gonna have to fight a giant at the end of
This is
this.
gonna be a giant. Eustace is gonna get turned into an egg. You know.
I'm sorry.
You know, like the golden egg.
But, okay.
Why
Oh.
him? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So, the biggest complaint that I have, and it's listed on fucking things as well, is that Eustace goes, nothing has grown here for 50 years. But literally last season, they grew shit on that farm.
No,
They grew
Eustace
eggplants.
didn't grow it, so it doesn't exist.
No.
Eustace refuses to acknowledge things he didn't accomplish.
It was so
That would make
traumatizing,
sense.
all those episodes, that he doesn't
The next
remember.
president for the United States, Eustace Baggs.
I've never met him. I don't know
Eustace,
who he is.
2020. 2020.
And so, yeah, one would assume that this was how this would work. But anyway, so the tree grows and hilarity ensues.
And wishes granted.
Well, yeah, because then Muriel's burning a pie in the oven that she was going to make, I guess.
To feed Eustace that
Yeah.
shitbag.
And it burns up. We cut to Courage with a gas mask on, and I went, fucking too soon.
And Eustace, or Muriel goes, I wish I had a new oven.
Yeah. And then fucking oven. Bam.
The tree.
Falls
the tree drops
right out of the
yeah.
tree.
Yep. And
Oh, yeah.
Wish-
As it
carry
does.
it inside. Nobody asks questions. Nobody goes, where'd that oven come from? They're just like, that sounds good.
Hey man,
Oh, Courage,
free,
you
free
did-
oven.
And,
Yeah, you Grand Theft ovened. Well, at least we have one now.
and Eustace hurts himself carrying it in.
Of course.
Eustace can hurt himself. Eustace couldn't hurt himself if he tried. Motherfucker.
And he has.
And Courage, and that's it. Nobody questions it. Why would
Hey.
you not question that?
Hey man, an oven falls out of the sky. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You just take the oven and go.
You don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
Perfect analogy.
I mean, you just take it, right? You find $20 on the ground. You don't turn it in.
Yeah. You find a duffel bag with $6,000 in it, you don't take it to the police
No,
station.
at that point, that's probably drug money, and I don't want none of that.
That's right, even if I had to kill the man for it. Never mind. So the giving tree, the magic tree.
The magic tree. It doesn't give you assassination contracts. So
Yeah.
after
Courage-
the oven,
Yeah, then nothing really happens. Nobody questions it. Courage is playing with his weird house excavator.
because we've all had toy trucks
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Just-
It looked like a
Let's-
house,
the drawing of it is basically a house that had wheels and then a bucket on the front of it.
Not all of us
Yeah.
are expert artists, okay, guys? Calm down. It's just
The one animator over in Korea that had to animate that.
we need you to make
This
an
is what it looks
excavator. An excavator is just a house with a shovel, right? I guess, whatever.
though. Sure, Steve,
Yeah,
we
whatever.
gotta go, bud.
This has to be done in an hour. Go.
And then courage. Go on, sorry.
Well, no, he thinks it, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't say it, he thinks it. That's the weird thing about these two episodes. Courage doesn't speak English in
He
either of
didn't
them.
say a single goddamn word, and I think I
Did
know
he?
why, but we'll
Did
talk
he
about
not
it in a
say
bit.
a word?
Mm-mm.
Not a single word.
Oh fuck! I didn't catch that.
No. And he gets it, and then Muriel and Courage just digging up the yard for funsies. Dumping it everywhere. Eustace wakes up. Eustace gets mad. They try to stop it.
No.
Yeah,
first
I
gets
was-
the super fucking. Sorry, I forgot.
was-
Did we state that he gets the like
Oh yeah, no, sorry. He
Earth
gets a massive excavator.
Yeah.
like just from the heavens that is the leafy branches of this tree?
Just drops.
And
that,
you know, the
the
moment
best
you
thing
get
about this is what emotional grip does Eustace have on these two that they're going, oh shit, turn it off, like it's
What?
gonna disappear.
how small is Eustace's self-confidence that this tree is apparently giving things, and the
Very
first
small.
thought isn't, I can get things from this tree. It's this tree needs to go
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's taking my place.
He's greedy. Can't he just like, I wish I had $1 million,
And then the tree
and the
goes,
tree would drop it.
well, it's in my rule book. I've got to give it. and we know that it can do a lot of things because after you, oh wait, no wait, that's later.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is like Eustace has shown that he is the greediest individual on the face of the earth. He is willing to sell so much shit to get what he wants. And yet, this time, when he literally is given something that will give him whatever the fuck he wants, he is more concerned about how Muriel and Courage look at it compared to him.
He never really cared about how Eustace or Muriel and Courage looked at him, but this episode, it's the most important thing in the world.
So, Eustace gets mad, gets dirt dumped on him. Later on in the evening, they're just hanging out by the tree, good old Muriel and Courage, rocking back and forth. Eustace comes out, he's mad, he's going to go to the picture show, because apparently saying movie was too much.
Oh, they wanted to say porno theater, but they weren't going to test their luck that much.
Yeah.
Muriel goes, I wish we could see a movie, and a movie just plays from the projector.
In the tree.
Yep. Onto the side of the house, and everyone's like, haha.
Except Eustace, who is infuriated that they are enjoying a movie
So mad.
in their own home.
So mad.
Instead
so
of, just sitting down and enjoying the movie as well.
And so he's gonna fucking ram the tree with the truck. Muriel stops him.
Probably killing Eustace in the process.
And again, they leave it alone, and that's it. Eustace walks out in the middle of the night, takes Muriel's chair, says no one's gonna be rocking under this anymore.
Yeah, get out of here!
And then wishes that Muriel had a bigger head so she would know better.
And thus begins the...
But how does this dumbass not notice every time someone has said, I wish blank, it's happened?
Hey man, he hasn't heard the I wish every time. He didn't hear
true.
Courage say I wish for an
Nobody
excavator. Nobody did.
Well, I mean, he has enough wherewithal to go, oh, this tree is providing.
Yeah,
how is it
Probably
providing?
not kill it.
I'm mad that this tree is providing. He says that. I'm mad
That's
this tree
my
is providing. It's my job. What?
That's my job.
What is
Since
Eustace
when?
like? Has Eustace in his younger years been? Did he build the farmhouse with his own hands? I doubt it.
They do, in the next part of the episode, they do say they had to rebuild the farmhouse.
Well, yeah, but no shit, it gets destroyed.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't fucking get this old ass man. And then
Alzheimer's is a hell of a
we
disease.
cut to the next fucking thing is Muriel's living there with an extremely enlarged head, and everyone's very worried. They call up Dr. Vindaloo, who I still
Taylor's
think
favorite.
probably is not very sensitive. He calls it the worst case of, and I need to get this right, bully that he's ever seen.
Bully.
Wait, is bully a food? I think it is.
No idea.
Ugh.
And
But there's nothing I can
he
do.
got nothing. He pulls out a rubber glove, a mallet, some scissors, and a wrench.
A wrench.
Doesn't fix anything.
The wrench is my favorite.
That's it. Eustace blames Courage for this. Throws him
And the
outside.
tree.
Courage is upset. He starts saying help. Oh, I guess he does say help.
Oh fuck, he does say help. You lied to me.
I did.
Oh, I guess he does. You're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
He
then
says help.
but
And then
more.
the tree starts talking.
Yeah, but more alarming than Courage saying help is the tree going, courage.
In a terrifying fashion. 'cause
I
it
have
makes-
the cure that you seek.
they mix live action with animation, so they filmed someone's face saying
I wonder
that.
whose lip that is.
I bet it's Dilworth.
You know what? I want it to be Dilworth's.
Or it could be the voiceover, whoever did that, the voice for the thing.
And then Courage freaks out, as he should.
So much
Yeah.
his skeleton flies, or his skin flies off his skeleton.
His skeleton flies from his skin sounds way more horrifying,
I
but you know.
Ah! He's a meatbag.
Oof. In 3 days, I will have the cure, says the tree, and Courage goes, "Yeah!" But then the tree, but I'll be cut down in 3 days. Like our Jesus. like our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
And it also says anything worth its value is worth fighting for. Then we just cut to Eustace fucking losing it.
Chop, chop, chop.
He's saying that, grinding an axe. Courage builds a fucking fort with his moat.
Excavator.
With his excavator, he pours in some instant eel package with the singing eel that sings "Oh Danny Boy."
You know, that eel that we've all had. Our first
Scottish
pet.
song.
We weren't allowed to have like a dog. We just had an eel instead.
I always wish I had an eel.
You
As
may
I
remember
look
that
off into
sea
the
monkey
sky.
bullshit.
Yep, I do.
I mean, in general, yeah.
Like, did you guys ever get like a sea monkey packet? Did you ever actually have one that worked?
No, I
No.
never actually tried.
I got one time, and
You had sea monkeys?
I had sea monkeys. They didn't work. The sea monkey packet I got was basically sand in a bag.
Oh,
Aw.
Little Sheldon's dreams died for the first time that day.
They could have just given you yeast, and then it would technically be alive.
what a shitty thing to give a kid. Here's a packet of yeast. It's technically alive.
It's technically alive. You technically didn't get.
I mean,
ripped out.
they're brine shrimp. That's what sea monkeys are.
Yeah.
Oh, sea monkeys.
I always thought that sea monkeys were bullshit because they never looked like the package.
They never look like monkeys in the sea.
No, they're fucking shrimp. They're tiny little fucking shrimp.
I would have been glad to have shrimp, damn it.
But then they don't even get big enough for you to do anything with them.
You can just look at them.
Yeah, you can look at fish too. Fish are cooler. They're bigger. They're at least.
Yeah, but they're
Prettier.
fucking more than 99 cents at the store.
Oh, you only pay 99 cents for your sea monkeys?
Yeah.
I figured out why you got a bag of sand.
Yeah, I think I know why. Yeah.
Little Sheldon wanted
I hope
something.
I hope it wasn't even like an actual package like on the shelf. It was just like a Ziploc bag, with, like a stapled thing that was like sea monkeys.
No, it was a guy named Ted.
You bought them from a guy?
No, that's a fucking joke. But
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say you bought it instead of drugs. You should have just bought drugs.
for 99 cents, I don't think I
That'd be
could
bad
get
drugs. Don't do those.
it. Yeah.
Don't do
Not
99 cent
great.
drugs. That's bad. That's how you end up very dead.
Yeah, I smoked
Fuck.
bath salts. Yeah.
So instant eel.
Fuck, yeah, no.
yeah. So courage builds this.
No, let's keep doing this. I want to see how many crimes Tim's going to self-incriminate himself with here.
Or how many
Uh.
times Sheldon made a poor decision in his life.
Well, you were on Critter Gitters, so...
Hey man, don't tell people I was on Critter Getter.
Sheldon was on a show called Critter Gitters, everybody. He was an extra.
Hey,
Really?
don't touch that critter. And
Yeah! He had a line!
Yep.
I had no idea. That's crazy,
Sheldon's
man.
waiing for his fucking Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, your
Waiting for my
paycheck.
Oscar. What are you talking
Uh.
about?
Oh God. Well, the people in Kansas, I knew a couple of people that were in Mars Attacks as well. The horrible movie. Funny ass movie.
Most of Kansas was in Mars Attacks.
No.
I know. It was filmed in El Dorado, Kansas. It was
Yeah.
literally
Now-
filmed up the road
Now,
from me.
to be honest, I'm pretty sure my shot didn't make it into an actual episode of whatever the fuck that was.
We'll find out later.
I was gonna
We've
say
already
maybe.
looked. We've already had PI.
I found the episode. I just have to. I'm just not willing to buy it.
Send it to me. I will buy it. I
Yeah.
want to see.
little Sheldon
Stay
fucking.
away from that critter.
So, that critter there. You're not the
And
kid
then
on
we
the
run,
box
and
art.
it was right next to the Sherman Theater too.
Oh my fucking god.
You're not you're not on the box art for Critter
No,
Critters,
I'm
are
not
you?
on the box art.
No, he's not. We already checked that.
Because, like, there's a bunch of kids on there, like, well, this is little Sheldon right there. Looking at an ostrich for
If
whatever
you boys
fucking
need
reason.
a shitty voice actor, I'm here for you.
Oh, I had no idea. That's awesome, dude. I'm sure you told me before.
I don't think I told you. I told Taylor, and then Taylor went tangent.
And I went
Yeah,
down
Taylor went
so
for it.
many rabbit holes.
He's like, I need to find this, and I went, no, you really don't.
You know the best thing
do.
about this is we can when we find the episode, I'm gonna put you on the cast on IMDb for it.
No, you motherfucker.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm gonna send them like child, and that'll be your description. That'll just be your whatever you played.
Holy shit, that would be my favorite thing.
It's okay. We've all been in shit like that. Like
1998 Critter Gitters.
yeah,
God,
It had
the
4
box art-
seasons.
the box art is great. Why is there a kid looking at an ostrich? Why is an ostrich a critter? And why is there a monkey inside the Critter Gitters logo holding something that I cannot identify? Like, there's no way for you to see what that is.
Listen,
It's
man,
so
I don't have
pixelated.
answers for you. I just did it. Child in need of work.
Child in need of work.
I needed money. This is your porn scenario, except it was Critter Gitters. Listen, I really needed the money.
Fucking A. Alright, so,
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's pretty awesome.
Now back to the Courage episode.
Anyways, Courage was building this moat, putting instant eel in,
yes.
and built this castle around the tree.
Yeah, a literal sandcastle. And, by the way, it's a Scottish eel. Sings Oh Danny Boy. We just have to make sure that's known.
And several
And-
other...
Yes, the most important fact, obviously.
Absolutely, yes.
I actually think it is.
And then Eustace comes out of the barn with a stone axe, dressed like fucking Samson, dressed like Hercules, dressed like anybody. He's got what we think is the weremole's pelt on his head, ready to just fucking throw down.
This boy's ready for murder.
And he gets ready to essentially attack the fort, and Courage just kind of continually repels him. And that seems to be really just kind of it. It's a lot of slapstick. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's there's several times Eustace does several different things. Like he grabs a boulder and try to throw that at the tree.
Yes.
It doesn't get anywhere. He falls into the moat. I forgot what the third one was.
Well,
He
we
falls
have
in a pot
Courage-
of boiling stew.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Courage attacks him with
Yes.
marbles, falls in the moat.
Catapult. Catapult.
Eel.
Yeah, that's right.
The eel gets a lot of use in this episode.
Eel attacks him 3 times. On the 3rd time, they do a fun duet, and then he gets bit by the eel.
They grew closer as a...
By the way,
Yeah.
in writing, there's something called the rule of thirds. So, if
Ah.
a good bit will be done
always
3
in
different
threes.
ways. Yeah, you'll only do 3, and people try to break that and make it better. It
Let's
always
do
works.
fours.
With 3s. They've done 4s before. I've seen it, but it's always better. It's never less than 3, right?
Yeah, it's a rule of comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean writing.
Sorry.
No,
It's in writing as well.
You were not
Yeah,
exactly wrong.
You're
No,
not
it's-
wrong.
it's-
I'm essentially just saying that that people might know it more from that. But then Courage gets a phone call from Dr.
Vindaloo.
Vindaloo, and
I have the
he
cure.
Has a cure,
That's all he says on the phone.
Yeah.
I have the cure.
And
and
then
he has to go get it. And he goes to get the cure from Dr. Vindaloo.
The grossest looking cure I've ever seen in my entire
it's
life.
just
it's got like a hair in its gelatin bottle. It's kind of...
Yeah, it's like he just took the shit off her head and threw fucking aloe vera in it.
This will
and it-
cure your broken leg.
Yeah,
Yes.
this will cure your broken leg. And Courage just looks at it like, well, fuck you.
Hold on now. This isn't what I asked.
Not what I need, boss.
The best part is he never uses that on Muriel.
What?
He never
No.
uses that cure.
It's a
Well, yeah,
cure for a
'cause,
broken leg.
It's a cure for a broken leg. You're not gonna use a cure for a broken leg on somebody
Who's got bully? That's right.
Yeah, you gotta have bully. And so he comes back, and as he comes back, he notices that the tree has in fact been chopped down.
It's expired.
By
It's
it is gone, and he gets
You-
sad. He runs to some place we've never seen before.
Will chopping me down make you feel better? Well,
Yeah, the tree has
yeah.
a thing of Eustace. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
fuck
and,
you.
Yes, then
And then
you end up with that happening. And
Yeah, Courage breaks the sun. Was it the sun or the moon?
I don't know.
he breaks the moon by screaming on top of a weird rock on top of a stick. I mean, on top of a spire. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he comes back and cries tears, real tears for this tree. Not crocodile tears.
Yeah, and the tree talks to him again, and tells him that he has in fact the cure for Muriel.
All you need are roses
You
from
take
my
the-
branches.
Yeah, take the roses from my branches and mix it with hornet jelly.
Hornet honey.
Oh,
Hornet
honey.
honey.
I'm sorry. Yes.
You know, neither thing's made by hornets. So
Yeah, hornets don't have a byproduct really.
let
I
me
guess
tell
they
you,
do,
I
but-
would understand hornets' purpose in the wild if they made jelly for once.
Yeah, they're
What do
kind of
hornets
just pissed
do
off.
besides
bees.
piss me off?
Yeah.
They're just pissed off bees. That's all they are.
No, not even that. They don't provide honey. So
Yeah, I think do they go around the flowers though and they spread shit?
They might in fact do something like that. I don't really know though.
They don't produce honey. They don't produce anything. I don't
even
think.
as a kid who got stung by hornets all the time, so I'm kind of biased.
No,
like
I don't
I
think
understood the
anyone's-
difference between bees and hornets. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone has a good recollection on hornets.
let me
right?
just explain something to you. They might have had something to do with my upbringing because every time I went outside, I got stung by a hornet, like in my fucking childhood. So
Jesus Christ.
it was like a situation. It's like, why doesn't Sheldon go outside more? And then it's just like, Sheldon, go outside. And I'd go outside, and not 30 minutes later, my mom would go, he got stung by a hornet again.
Why is your
This kid
neighborhood
just
full of
keeps getting
hornets?
stung.
And
I was gonna say it's like there's a way to remedy this. It's by one of your parents going out and getting rid of the hornet's nest.
we don't know how.
Never.
We don't know how it fucking happened, but I did get stung on my eyelid once, and that
Oh
was
my
the one I
God.
think that
Oh my
fucking...
god!
Yeah, it was not a good time for me.
That's terrifying. Oh my god! That was one of my biggest fears as kids, being stung by a bee or stung by a wasp.
Yeah.
I never did, but oh my
I
god!
still have a paralyzing fear of fucking like wasps and hornets. If you want to see me do a fucking dance, not
That's-
that. It's literally just like a yellow thing floating in front
Yeah.
of me, and I'll do the limbo. I'll fucking just just break my
Hold
back
on.
90 degrees in
I'm
order
gonna go
to
find.
not
I'm gonna go
to
find that
touch
add-on in Gary's mod and make you play a scary map full of hornets.
it. You mean the bees one? I don't like that one.
There's a lot of them. There's a ton. I just wrote an article on all of them. Don't worry.
But Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. So
No, you're good.
No, you're
Courage
fine.
Courage goes and gets this honey as he goes to this colossus nest.
Yeah, I love the imagery in this because it's like he goes to the nest and he goes, all right. He reaches out his hand and then the camera basically, if there's
Pans
a camera in pans to the left to a sunny meadow full of trees and like
And a
there's
butterfly.
streams, green grass, and the butterfly goes by and you just hear this blood curdling scream from Courage. Like that's beautiful. That's
It's
good.
like, we know
That's good
exactly
writing.
what happened, and we didn't need to see it happen.
It's very good writing. That's a very good example of how you don't need to animate anything, but
You didn't
you can
need
show
to
it
animate
very
the
well.
gross bits. You just needed to give us an example.
it's a good taste. A good taste of
Then
what
we-
they are, of how good the writers are, and how good the animators are, and everything.
And then And then we have Courage feeding this poultice, or whatever you would call it, to fucking Muriel.
Yeah, and she gets better, which is good.
But Courage looks a little worse for wear.
Oh my god, he's just covered in boils.
Oh god,
And
bumps.
and boobs. And Sheldon, with your Critter Gitters episode, do you remember the plot?
Oh, for fuck's
I knew
sake.
that's what you were looking up. I wasn't gonna call you out.
God
You've been typing
damn
on
it.
this keyboard the whole time.
You motherfucker. Dude, I don't know. They literally had me stand there and say one line and then run, okay? It wasn't...
Yes, but do you believe that it had to do something with frogs? And they were trying to find some frogs, and they
I don't
stumbled upon
know.
an illegal
Where do you
smuggling
think they
ring.
I don't know.
Was
what
Roy Boss Roy the person that told you to do? No.
Was there a
I
sudden
don't-
mudslide that buried a family's backyard and their dog too? as the
Dude,
Critter
I
Gitters
was
had
an
to find
extra. Fuck you.
them. Was there a coyote chasing a cat that accidentally started a house fire, but Roy and Angel,
Obviously
chimpanzee, saved
not.
the day?
We We talked
Did you
to
say-
like an off director even. I don't even think we talked to a main
You
director.
talked to a PA for sure.
Yeah.
You definitely
Was there a Mrs. Heckerman, and was her backyard being invaded by turtles? And
I
had
hate
to
you.
call upon the Critter Gitters to
I
solve
hate
their
you
dilemma.
so much.
And the Critter Gitters find, to their surprise, turtles romping freely through the entire neighborhood.
You know what? You can ask them. I'm sure I left a memorable impression.
We will find this later and add it
I'm just
maybe
gonna add
into
you
the
to
episode or
Turtlemania.
into a next episode. Yeah, because I'll buy it.
So,
I'd like to
Muriel's
watch it.
cured. Courage eventually gets better. The tree shows it's growing back. And then we have Eustace with his big head.
Yes, he gets
Yes.
sick with the
He
same
gets
thing.
the same thing, and he goes, Muriel, is that tree back yet?
Eh, the best
Aw.
part of it is that there's a rose on the tree. You know, one of its flowers that it did have, the stump. It actually grew back.
It's growing back.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Which also, by the way, do you take the bark from that tree, the chopped down tree, and put it on your house? Does that give you some kind of like boost? Taylor, you're a
Nope.
DM.
No,
No,
absolutely not.
Whatever
In fact,
you're
it'll
saying,
give
the
you a
answer's
negative.
is that not going to give you a +5 in anything?
Oh no,
or...
it's definitely gonna poison you.
It's definitely gonna be bad because it's angry.
Angry dead trees. You don't take those.
So that's basically the episode. It ends with Eustace laying on the couch with the bully.
Holy shit! It's bad times in Goodland.
God damn it! You know, no.
You said you knew the episode. Why are you doing more research?
Oh,
he found
fuck! You found it.
Listen.
You may want to edit that out, Tim.
No, we're taking this excursion. Send it to me.
What? Hang on, I have to update the IMDb page first.
Oh God.
Sheldon.
Did Taylor
Oh, that'd be
find me?
beautiful. Did you find him? Do you actually see young
not
Sheldon?
Yet. I'm working on it. Don't worry about it.
I'm also gonna add your name to the young Sheldon IMDb just for fun.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
And the Wikipedia page.
I hate Sheldon. I hate that Sheldon.
No, I'm with you. I really dislike Big Bang Theory, and I really dislike
Let
young
me tell
Sheldon.
you, being named Sheldon, it's the worst because everyone goes, ha ha ha, bazinga, right? And I go, I hate you.
No, I was the same way growing up with Fairly Odd Parents. They go, "Oh, where's your fairy parents?"
The
Fairy
difference is you had a good show. For a little while
I don't
there.
know.
Hey,
Just gonna
hey,
say-
the first. How many seasons of Fairly Odd Parents are there? I don't know.
There are only like 3, but every season they add a new main character, right? 'Cause
Hold
they added
on.
the child.
I'm pretty
They
sure there's
added-
10.
The girl, is there 10? I knew it was a successful show. I watched it all the time, but like
You're remembering the good episodes, I think.
they only showed the good episodes after a while. I do remember them going to like the fairy place.
All right,
and
you've
all
been
that.
updated.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, you're crazy.
What are they
Oh
gonna
my
do?
God.
Suspend my account?
He's not crazy. He's just.
No,
a
you're not
motherfucker.
wrong. That's the problem too. Is that like if they do give you trouble, you're like, he's in an episode.
He's
Yeah,
in
they-
that
How dare
one.
you?
There's 10. Yep, it's 10. of Fairly Odd Parents.
There is 10. Okay.
All right. Anyway,
but you know what? There's not 10 seasons of
Courage.
Bunsen.
There's
the
only 4.
horrible.
There's only 4, and for good reason.
His shows. I forgot what the creator's name was. It was Dan something who created Fairly
Dan
Odd
Harmon?
Parents and Danny
Nope.
Phantom and
Nope, not
Butch
Dan.
Hartman. Sorry,
Not
Butch
Dan.
Hartman.
Butch
Sorry.
Hartfield. Isn't it?
Dan is Dan Harmon, but Butch Hartman is the creator of Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom.
He's a little
and
weird.
Bunsen.
That guy.
He now has his own
he's
YouTube
lost it.
channel.
Like,
Oh,
he
he's
has
insane now.
He's got a YouTube video, and he constantly like. What was the one episode that came in my recommendation for a reason, which was like fan fiction?
Oh yeah, he talks about Danny Phantom's fan fiction. What could have happened in a future season, and he goes, "It could still happen," and all of us go, "It's not going to happen."
It's not
Butch.
gonna happen, Butch.
Nickelodeon stopped talking to you a long time ago.
Hey, remember how we do a podcast about courage?
Hey, who's
Yeah.
the one that broke that railroad, huh?
Yeah, who's been searching Critter Gitters this whole time? So let's go on to trivia before we give a final.
Before we give a
Sure,
fucking
bud.
rating.
Go for it.
So I have trivia and errors in this episode.
Errors.
Trivia is short. Of course, it's the first appearance of the Magic Tree of Nowhere in Instant
Is it the
Meal.
only appearance of the Magic Tree of Nowhere?
Pretty sure.
It is actually, yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I fucking hate trivia.
What a trivia.
I'm gonna when this episode's
we should
done.
omit those.
Water is blue, and the sky is blue.
No, I think it's funny if we keep them in, because then one day we're gonna. I'm hoping we have a place on this fandom Wikipedia, and they just shit on us, and I want to read it because I think it'd be
hope so.
funny.
No,
So I
do
figured
not.
out there's 2 things here, the trivia that actually makes sense.
Okay.
Why this is a little bit more comical. This whole episode is.
Okay.
This episode was featured as a bonus tune on the 2001 VHS of the Powerpuff Girls Boogie Frights.
What?
So this was actually
That
not
was
made for this
words.
season.
Boogie Frights. Powerpuff
Yeah, so this-
Girls.
This is actually not made for this season. This is a bonus cartoon that was added on top of a Powerpuff Girls DVD. Or
What
VHS.
the hell?
Yeah.
Then what's the real first episode of season 2?
Probably the second part of this episode, if I
Robot.
had to guess.
Oh god, we haven't gotten
But
Randy yet.
I would say no. I would say both these episodes probably appeared on there. So the last trivia, starting from this episode and onwards, Courage dialogue is severely limited and only consists of his gibberish, in other words, barking, speaking, as well as his famous screams.
Whoa! Speaking as
Woo.
well as his famous screams.
Yeah.
So, is there a reason for that?
I think that their critiques on season 1, probably from either Cartoon Network or from wherever else they were getting critiques from, probably was that Courage talked too much.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm sure that's what happened, because that happens a lot in these type of things where someone at the network goes, yeah, the first season was great, but if we could have him talk just a little bit less.
A little less thinking, a little more action.
And it also saves them on voiceover money, because then they don't have to pay the voice actor for Courage,
I
right?
just need the voice actor to go up, 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 up.
Exactly, and he can record that 5 different ways, and they can use it in 100 different episodes. So that's probably what happened.
Taylor, do I need to snap your attention back to the
No,
topic?
I'm just currently reading an email that I received from IMDb.
Oh god.
From IMDb. Oh, beautiful. Let's go on to the errors real fast.
Okay.
I haven't read these. So Eustace claims that nothing has grown on the Bag Farm in 50 years. However, this is proven false, as 3 episodes ago in Journey to the Center of Nowhere, eggplants were grown and featured in a competition. Although technically this was proven false even earlier in the Goose God, when Goose God created a field of flowers in his appearance.
Well, yeah, but I mean that was.
However,
a god.
Eustace did not see this happen.
But he did see the eggplant, so fuck Eustace.
Yeah, he was an eggplant, basically. The last error is technically it is Eustace's fault the tree grew. If he hadn't thrown the seeds out the window, Courage wouldn't have found them and the tree wouldn't have grown. That is correct. I don't know why that's an error.
So Eustace is God, huh?
Yeah, it's not an error. This
Google, Google,
once again
Google.
the fandom has showed us that You know, it just likes to talk,
Hey, man,
right?
we've all talked to Grandma at the old folks' home. Sometimes they just like.
By the way, old folks home are now quarantined. Only family members can come in, only 2 at a time.
Was that on the page?
No.
Absolutely, it was a Courage fact, and you should be aware.
No, that's quarantine. Sorry. That's DEFCON 3.
That's a
3.
quarantine fact for you.
Real fast, I want to tell you guys about our quarantine levels because I think it's just hilarious.
Okay.
So we have DEFCON alerts.
DEFCON, a scary
Yeah.
name, but what does it mean, Tim?
For you guys listening at home, I now have a new job working for a senior living place in my hometown, and I do videos for them and all that kind of stuff. But they just put out a DEFCON alert because of the coronavirus and everything like that. And they showed us all 4 levels of DEFCON. Here they are. Level 1 of DEFCON. It doesn't exist. Like you plan to be on DEFCON 1 forever, right?
That's the beautiful way.
DEFCON 2, it exists. All right, now we're getting somewhere. DEFCON 3, it exists either in the Midwest or the United States as whole.
Which is bad, because it does.
We're on DEFCON 3 right now, right, yeah. And then DEFCON 4 it's in the community and someone has it. So you got a little bit of a jump to DEFCON 4.
It's like, oh no, it's here.
No, it's like, oh shit, we're already fucked. So we're on DEFCON 3 right now, which means we throw everything, and they're doing a good job of keeping everything sanitized and like limiting people into the community. And actually, it was just yesterday that the first place here in town had a case of it. Not at our senior living home, but like at the hospital.
But Tim, what's DEFCON 5?
There is no DEFCON 5, and if they make one, it's gonna be like, we're fucked, we're closing down, business is done. Yeah. So for this episode, do you want to do seeds?
No,
for rating,
eels, honey, eels.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you there.
Man,
there
you're so behind on this rating system, Tim.
I'm sorry, I just can't keep heads on what I want to do. I will start since Taylor is busy working on his IMDb.
He's making sure.
I'm just making sure that Sheldon gets into SAG.
He's making sure that Sheldon gets the appropriate fucking goddamn.
They'll get you more work too. The Screen Actors Guild is very good at doing bullshit. They're really good at bullshit.
I hate you both so much.
I fucking hate. So let me start. Out of Instant Eels, I will give this a 4 out of 5 because it was a very entertaining episode. I think it had a lot of like more cartoony elements. It wasn't the horror or creepy factor, and it's a good start to maybe the start of season 2, even though it was made before season 2 was even thought.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, no, it was made for season 2, but.
All right, I'll give. You know what? I'll give Taylor some more time to think about his email that he's sending to the Writers Guild.
No, it was. Just,
I'll name it.
IMDb had to tell me that I had to make sure that I updated everything properly.
I
did.
You had to verify your account, of course.
I guess you know what? I'll 3.5 eels out of 3.5 Eustace out of 5 Eustaces.
What the fuck?
3.5 eels screaming Danny Boy.
Danny Boy out of 5 Eustaces singing And Who We Know Will Be Calling. It was good. I liked it. I don't know if I will remember this episode, but I can't tell if that's because of how the episode was or if it's my current state. You know? I won't blame the episode for its faults.
I honestly think that you'll remember this episode because of the magic tree having live animate.
Yes, but those lips already scarred my nightmares. That's not fair.
Yeah,
that's not a fair assessment.
When I saw this as season 2 starter, I immediately remembered that part. And I didn't remember that it was live action. I remember that the tree is terrifying. Because as a kid, probably, I had to have been like 6 or 7. watching this, I had to go, oh no, there's no way.
I remembered it the moment I saw the title, so I guess it has some scarring value. Maybe I'll raise it a bit. Anyway,
Taylor, what do you think?
Taylor, what's your number?
I think it's a good. I think I'm a good 4. I enjoy it.
Not just a 4.
Yeah, I enjoy it. The tree has enough weird factor to it that I think it would give a younger person odd thoughts as they go to bed, even though they're not like, it's not a scary tree. It's not supposed to be evil.
I imagine the tree joining me in bed.
There you go. But it's funny. It's enjoyable. I think a good 4 is what I'm gonna sit on with it. I like that.
A good episode.
It was good.
Yeah,
I really
I think
did.
so.
It's season 2 comes out hot with that.
It
But
really does.
Yeah.
shall we move on? I can't do it. Taylor, could you do a better?
Shall we go on to Randy, the robot?
Yes. Let us look at Randy, a robot. Doesn't want to
Bears!
destroy. Bears.
Best.
All right. Sorry.
Oh jeez.
I'll get
This-
you for this.
This
Baz!
has a ridiculously short plot on the fandom.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Robot.
something. It is a show. It is an episode. It's very interesting.
Such vague statements, Taylor.
It
Go on.
It is good and also strange. It is. Yeah, I have no more vague ones to do, but basically, it's a good episode.
It's a fever dream.
Yeah.
Put into
These
animation.
Really were.
I
Robot
think this
5.
one more.
Yeah,
Shall we
let's.
destroy the mountain.
It's a show about robots.
How do we know when it's over?
It's Japan. It's always over.
So we enter the episode on the moon,
Or
It's
is
the
it a
moon,
planet?
right?
Who knows?
They show the Earth really close, so I am to assume it is the moon.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really show. It looks like the moon. It's really close to Earth, so it pretty much has to be the moon, right? So
One would assume.
One would think.
And on the moon, there are hundreds of robots.
Most of them green, one of them red.
Yes.
yeah, he's
And-
the only red robot.
Yeah, and it's odd because they're just there blowing shit up. There's not anything else they're doing.
We just want to see if you can blow shit up. Now, Randy, the red robot, blow some stuff up.
Well, okay, so on the moon, they're blowing up mountains, and then it's Randy's turn to blow shit up. We don't know who's giving these commands either. We just see the robots.
It doesn't show. it yet.
Tutor 547.
Sure.
I'll be super pissed if that's the actual name.
I-
No, its
you
name
know
is
it's-
Robot Leader.
Randy doesn't want to destroy things.
He just wants
just-
to create.
I just want to create. And Randy gets told that he is a failure, and this is how he talks through the whole thing.
I wish they had gotten actual Christopher Walken for
And-
this episode.
He has to go down to Earth as he's
Prove
being
not a
pelted with
failure.
tomatoes to prove he's not a failure.
And by the way, I
move
noted
down.
this when we were watching it.
Sure,
the
bud.
tomatoes
Yeah.
do not squish. They do splatter.
Yeah, they just
But-
kind of.
but-
Yeah.
In the animation, they just stick on him and they don't lose shape.
No.
Hey, man.
it's-
On the
it's
moon,
interesting.
things are different.
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown
on
a tomato
the moon,
Have you ever thrown a tomato on the moon?
So
It's,
what you're saying is a tomato on the moon doesn't lose its shape, even though it splattered all of its contents that are inside of it out.
No. Have
No.
you been to the moon?
Have you
I
been to
guess
the
I
moon?
can't say I have not.
Way to win any argument.
Have you been to the moon recently? Too.
This divorce is going to happen, Jerry. Have you been to the moon? What?
Confusing.
Is that a new
Suck
Rick and
him out.
Morty episode I haven't seen?
Yes. And so then Randy comes down to Earth, and he happens to just pick nowhere. Of course.
There must be
course.
some magical focus there or something, because it's just
It's
like...
gotta be, right?
Well, yeah,
Yes.
when you live in hell, you might as well go, you know.
And when he
You
gets
will
there...
be my slaves.
Yeah, he makes them his slaves, and then the fucking hard cut to just horror.
You know, for a robot that doesn't like violence.
Yeah.
He
for
commits a
robot,
lot of it.
Yeah, didn't want to do a lot of shitty things. Does a lot of shitty things, Randy.
Is this a social economic, like, fucking talk?
Yeah, maybe. He's like, I don't
Even
wanna
though
do...
you don't do terrible things, if you still do terrible things, you're still a terrible person.
Yeah, maybe. And this, again, it's a Dilworth head writer. It's fucking shows. It's a fucking trip. And
Fucking build me some robot
Yeah.
statues.
and he fucking we have the fun like reference to that movie that I said while we were watching it.
Oh yeah, the day the Earth stood still.
Thank you. In the beginning with the big robot coming down and the laser. And then it's just Randy enslaving Eustace, Muriel, and Courage through the entire episode, making them make statues and build pyramids, and Eustace being shitty to Courage, and Randy roasting Eustace, literally.
That's about
Right.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
nailed it.
That's literally it. You're right. Yeah.
And like we see an aside where Randy's whittling reindeer because he likes reindeer.
like reindeer.
Yeah,
There must be some space reindeer for him to know what reindeer are.
Spandeer.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You.
they come
Oh.
with Spanta.
I want to call you an asshole, but you can't be wrong.
Have you,
You
been
know, they
to the
come-
moon?
They come.
I haven't been to the moon. I like.
Do they come around once a year at Smithmas?
Moonmas.
Moonmas. I like that.
They deliver presents to all the good moon boys and moon girls.
Not nearly as good because it's just moon rocks.
It's just if you're good, you get a moon rock. If you
I feel like we just created an
not
Aqua
good,
Teen Hunger Force
you are
episode.
sent into space. You just
We literally
jettisoned.
just did. Yeah,
Yeah.
we just created Aqua Teen Hunger Force
I'm
episode.
gonna hang on. I'm gonna. Is
Add a trivia to the Courage wiki.
is Adult Swim on right now? Let me
Adult Swim's always on, bro.
let me email them real quick.
I've talked to them before. You can email them and they will get back to you. I'm not joking. I have emailed them before.
We
and
should
they-
revive Critter Getters.
Fuck
I want-
no.
I want Dilworth to make a show for Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's called
A
Critter
new
Getters.
show.
It's
Called Critter Getters.
called Critter Getters.
Get those critters.
You,
And
by
then
the
it's
way,
just
that-
whatever comes out of his mind.
it is under review.
They
Yeah.
can't. There's no way they're gonna deny it because he was in an episode.
Shut up. I don't know if I was.
Sheldon had a fever dream.
I know I did it, but I don't think I was in an episode. Didn't make the cut. That's
Who
all I
knows?
care about. I
But-
hope I didn't make the cut.
I hope you did.
Oh, I bet you did.
I just wrote you down as child, so they're just gonna be like,
Child.
fucking maybe.
Little Sheldon
Child.
without his glasses. It was before I got my glasses. So.
And so Randy is crying about this whole reindeer thing, and basically the whole episode is Randy saying he doesn't want to be a failure, and then Courage and Eustace making Randy angry, and then at the end Eustace being a dick as Muriel collapses, and Courage loses his teeth, and that they get pulled out by a rope. That's fun.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
You ever had those dreams where all the teeth fall out of your face?
Ugh.
Is
Or
the answer
are
no?
you-
That's
are you-
good.
Are you a
I
meth
have,
user
actually,
and have
yeah.
had all your teeth fall?
I
Message
actually
us.
have.
But yeah, it's fun, and then Courage challenges Randy to a
Contest? I don't know.
Yeah, it's not really said, and it becomes a dance off, and they break dance, And I guess Courage wins.
Well, because Randy
Yes.
kind of flew off into his statue.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
He flung himself into this shit.
See,
So-
in the streets, we call that him not being fly.
Yes, he was not. He couldn't
was
save his
not
rec
fly.
center.
Ugh.
But by breakdancing.
Yeah.
What fucking 80s movie is this bullshit coming out
That's
of?
Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Thank you.
So we know Dilworth grew up on the street.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah, he
Dilworth's got that sweet fucking cred. And prior to that, he did put Eustace and Muriel in a hole, which he did put a block on top of, which was going
Which
to
is a lot
squish
more
them.
street cred than anything else in this episode.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, he pulls, he loses. They
I'm
have
a
heart,
failure.
they have a heart-to-heart about the reindeer.
And
They
how it
tell
can-
him, yeah.
It can
Muriel's
earn you
like,
cash money.
yeah, you'll get cash money, you can do shit, and people will love it. And he's like, I'm gonna go home. And he goes home. And they're gonna use all the wood from the reindeer to rebuild the house. And Randy
Yep.
starts selling his reindeer to the other robots. He gets a gold star from a horribly nosed.
And
Yeah,
then
which is
Sheldon
the robot leader.
shows up and goes, "But can you make anything else?"
And then he fucking fries him.
For a guy who doesn't like killing, he sure does kill a lot in this
Boy, he
episode.
sure does, doesn't he?
I don't like violence, he says as he cuts off someone's head.
I was gonna say that sounds like a meme. It's like, I don't like hurting people, as he hurts a man.
And Courage doesn't talk in this episode. Courage doesn't. He just makes noise like a.
In fact, that is one of the trivia quotes.
Oh man, we could write
Courage
this
does
video.
not speak a single word of English in this episode.
And it's like I know it sounds as though we're like running this real fast.
There's
but
really
that's
nothing
it.
going
Like,
on.
yeah, that
It's-
is.
I like
the episode.
reindeer. You'll
I
be
do-
called Sandy.
One of the parts we did skip over. Yeah, he did call the radio.
I don't know
station.
what it was called, honestly. So
Oh yeah, I didn't catch it either when you guys said it.
we were talking over it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, we do record us watching all the episodes. I have them as an archive just in case.
Just in case we can't show a video.
Well, yeah, because it's there. Yeah, because Turner owns it, and Turner's a big dick company. They'd go, yeah, you did that. Well, we're gonna sue the fuck out of you.
And then we'll go, well, this show's canceled.
Yep, exactly. Tim just lost his career because we did
No,
a
they
podcast.
would just sue us.
Well, no, they'd sue YouTube, and then YouTube would just fucking demonetize. The
I thought
fuck
you
out of
said
us.
they'll just sue you too, and
And
I
I
went,
was like,
what?
no, fuck you, buddy.
It's
No,
like, we're
Bono
in
would
this
sue
together,
them.
motherfucker.
You're coming with me.
But when you said YouTube, I thought of Bono.
Oh, all right. So
let's-
things work out for Randy.
Yeah, one of the things we missed in this episode was the clay or the mud stuff.
Oh yeah,
thing.
which
Yeah.
what was the point of that?
Yeah,
There
again,
is-
I just kind of lumped it in with everything else.
That's
Let's
something that only
smush some
Dilworth
mud.
has experienced. Like, he actually did some research on slaves. Is that what he did? I don't.
I have no idea, yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
all go to
so-
the mud pits and smush our feet. Let's see what happens, boys.
Let's make some clay. That's what. we
Is that
think
how
was
clay is
happening.
made? I don't have experience in this.
I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. Before we go on, let's do some trivia.
Oh sure, why not?
I
I'm
already
sure it'll
told
be
you-
great.
I already told you that Courage does not speak a single word of English. Robot Randy makes his debut in this episode, although
No
he
shit.
did have a cameo in season 1 in the opening sequence.
Oh yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
that was
trivia.
him. Yep, that is
That's
good trivia.
Hey guys that do the fandom wiki, that's a good one. Do
That
more
is
like
actually
that.
a good one, yeah. And also, the music used for the Hunchback of Nowhere is reused in this episode. It can be heard 3 times.
Dun, dun. Oh yeah, it was from the
Uh-huh.
Hunchback of Nowhere. Fuck, I didn't realize. God, I was gonna give.
Same kind of concept too, just the don't judge a book by its cover type thing, except that this one was shitty.
I don't
because
like
Randy
violence.
killed things.
Yeah, Randy blew up the house.
Mostly
Randy
Eustace, though. Can
fried
you blame
Eustace
him?
3 times. Like,
Actually, it was just Eustace, except for Muriel that one time, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. And then he threatened to crush them.
That's
And
the
then
one
he-
time, right?
Yeah, he did that too.
He held them in his little claw, which is also
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, no, he's
Everyone-
yeah.
He's mostly a bad robot. Let's be real.
And this episode reminds me of the Futurama
I-5
episode.
is alive. Number 5. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This reminds me of the Futurama episode where Hermes gets sent to a slave camp for vacation.
Yeah.
And he goes, I bureaucrat the hell out of that. Now it's all done by one Australian man.
That poor
Yeah.
Australian man. This is the closest thing we get to breaks. Why are the carts coming in empty? They could come in full, and then you didn't increase your fucking optimization by 50%, and then the Australia gets a lump of fucking mechanical work. And he's just like, oh lord.
And they go, you should be a bureaucrat.
God damn it.
You know I should.
You know what? This episode.
Yeah,
Oh.
Sorry, I thought about it while we were watching it, and I was like, wow, this reminds me of the Futurama episode. Which is like saying this reminds me of the Simpsons episode.
Which reminds
means
me of the
that-
Family Guy episode.
No. No, buddy does that one.
Four reindeers out of 5. I enjoyed myself.
4 reindeers
You
out of 5, alright.
Anybody else got a different like?
I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 reindeers because it's very filler. And like you said, the writing kind of is like, well, he doesn't want to kill things, but he kills things.
But the Christopher Walken voice is
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
I think I'm gonna go 3.5. It was good. It was a funny, but
You're-
comparatively,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was.
as good as the first one,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
the tree.
The tree was a
Will
probably the
chopping
better
me
part.
down make
Tree's
you
good,
feel
man.
better?
The Tree's a good episode.
Tree's a good episode. It's a good way to start the season though, because this
Yeah.
whole season is kind of this over the top weirdness.
Yeah, and I'm super stoked. Looking at the kind of episodes we get coming up, I'm really excited to see
Yeah,
where we go, because
Yep,
like,
and yeah.
Courage is in every episode.
well, and like think about when we talk about the most memorable episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog, we talked about
I think we might have hit most of them actually.
well, that's we talked about like the Freaky Fred. We talked about Ramses.
Yep.
Ramsey.
Those are both in season 1.
Yeah, I think we're hitting more new material, or not new material, but
Well, yeah.
There's a lot in this season that is like very memeable, but the reason those ones are so memeable is because they were so jarring.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is like we talked about those episodes like at length a lot about our memories of them, because those are the ones that if you say, hey, person, did you watch Courage? What episode do you remember? They go to Ramsey's curse.
yeah.
They go to fucking Freaky Fred. There's 4 seasons of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
And we've hit
Yeah.
all the episodes that people remember.
And those are the ones that people talked about the most.
And Little Muriel, and yeah, it's a good point. The only thing that really happens in these later seasons is the reoccurring characters of Cats and the Quack, and
Well, yeah.
Oh,
but,
quack.
essentially what I'm saying is like this is going to be, I think, not necessarily more fun, but like looking at it, I don't remember most of them where I did season 1. I remember season 1 of Courage the Cowardly Dog really, really well. I don't remember the rest of these seasons as well, even though I watched.
So it's gonna hit
sure
us
all
like
of
a
them.
fucking brick.
yeah, I'm the same way, except for I remember Robot Randy and like the sand whales and the gerbil. I remember that one. That was my
Nope.
favorite episode.
Yeah, I got nothing on those for you.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah,
Wow.
no, the names I can remember, but like I don't know fucking any content.
It might just because when Sandwell, there's been a Toonami series that came out about sand whales,
What
which
the
was stupid.
fuck?
Don't question it because it was weird. It was out there. it's something that's a whole nother podcast that could be done about that.
But like,
Alrighty then.
I am really excited to see what we come up with as this goes on, and I'm excited. I'm excited for season 2. I was kind of worried. I was going to be like,
Oh, these are all garbage.
not be super stoked for it, but like I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, I think
No.
I'm ready for it.
I think they get crazier as they go on, for sure. Like, at the end of season 1, it started to get a little bit crazy. Like, Courage was turned into a washing machine.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
what the fuck?
And now we're staying in that crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
bathe in that for a while.
This is Dilworth, and I said it while we were watching the episode, pushing the envelope. So he got renewed, which means that he'll probably get renewed for another season.
And
Yeah.
then
So
he
now
went,
he's saying-
fuck.
Yeah,
I guess
now
I
he's
can
saying-
do anything.
Yeah, what can I get away with? What's gonna piss off Cartoon Network, right? Or what are the viewers not gonna like?
What can I get away with?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna throw anything out there that he can.
Oh,
He's good at it because he has a very creative brain.
Yeah. So essentially, what I'm saying is, everybody be excited.
because
Yeah.
we're excited.
We're excited. It's gonna be fun, and we hope that you go along with us when the Liquid Courage podcast.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys listening. All
Always.
3 concurrent listeners and 300 people who press play.
And if you want to get in touch with us, the @liquid_podcast on Twitter is the best way.
Oh yeah.
And we've got Facebook and YouTube and that type of stuff, but Twitter seems to be our main updating platform. So
Yeah, it's probably the best way because now I have a different job. I used to work actually as a social media person for a company. I don't do that anymore. So
yeah,
I check it. I try to check it every day at like 5 p.m. Central Time. But if I can't, I'll get to you as fast as I can. So,
so
or if I sent to Pennsylvania again.
yeah, you never know. Or we get the
fuck
coronavirus.
me.
Who knows?
Or if we all die, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I like to. I'm not angry if we get quarantined.
the
especially
world.
now
It's gonna
that-
be.
The world moves
Well-
on. Humanity's not the world. All right.
And with
Yeah.
that, we're gonna go. Everybody
Later.
have a great evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you listen
Whatever,
to this.
yeah.
And we will see you again in
Next time.
next time, probably a month.
Bye bye, our little pizza pockets.
Bye, baby.
Bye bye. Thanks,
Love
Brian,
you.
for watching and listening. Bye. That was the Liquid Courage Podcast. An in-depth look every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. On the next episode, we check out The Curse of Shirley and Courage in the Big Stinkin' City. Music was provided by Visionless. You can find them at www.soundcloud.com/VISIONL3SS. We do not own the rights to Courage the Cowardly Dog. Until next time, have a wonderful night.
Yeah, but can you make anything else?